Why did post-colonial communist movements use state capitalism? Imagine a new nation just gaining independence, trying to find its footing after years of colonial rule. Now picture leaders trying to build a strong economy fast enough to support their people. That's where post-colonial communist movements turned to a strategy called state capitalism. They used it as a bridge to their ultimate goal of a socialist society. State capitalism means the government owns and manages key industries and resources. It's like the state becomes a big business owner, controlling production and how profits are used. But it still looks a lot like capitalism because workers are paid wages and hierarchical structures stay in place. It's a way to get things moving without fully jumping into socialism right away. After independence, many countries faced the challenge of rebuilding economies that had been drained by colonial powers. They inherited weak industries, poor infrastructure, and a small ruling class that benefited from colonial exploitation. Leaders needed a way to break free from that old system and develop their own economies. They saw state capitalism as the best option to do this quickly and effectively. By nationalizing industries like oil, mining, and manufacturing, these countries could keep control of vital resources. Centralized planning helped them set priorities for industrialization and infrastructure projects. This approach aimed to boost economic growth and improve living standards. It also allowed the government to reinvest profits into social programs like education and healthcare. Another reason for adopting state capitalism was to eliminate the old ruling classes and capitalist interests tied to colonial powers. Leaders wanted to create a new social order where the state served the people's interests. But they knew they weren't ready for full socialism yet because productive forces and social relations weren't fully developed. So, they used state capitalism as a temporary step. From a communist point of view, this system was a practical move. It was about controlling surplus value and reinvesting it for societal benefit, not private profit. The state acted as a collective capitalist, managing resources for national development. This helped prevent the reemergence of old capitalist exploitation and kept economic activity aligned with revolutionary goals. However, this system often led to bureaucratic elites controlling the economy, which created contradictions. The goal was to eventually transition to true socialism, where workers would have direct control over production. The state was seen as a tool to prepare the ground for that future. In real terms, post-colonial communist states used state capitalism to nationalize industries, plan economic growth, and mobilize resources for social welfare. They aimed to build a solid base for socialism while maintaining stability. This phase was viewed as necessary to move from colonial dependency to independent, self-sufficient socialist societies. So, in essence, post-colonial communist movements used state capitalism as a stepping stone. It was a way to control the economy, develop industries, and lay the foundation for the society they envisioned, one where the working class would eventually take full control.